Hi everybody, Coach Eli here. I just ended another food delivery shift working the lunch rush, and I'm heading home for a little break before I head back out again. But I wanted to share another story with you folks here today. Regarding me using DoorDash as a customer recently. This happened, last night. And it was a horrible experience. And I'm going to start off by saying that, look, I love DoorDash. I love Uber Eats. I love what these companies are doing to give us opportunities, right? But when something goes wrong, they need to take care of the customer. And if something goes wrong to the dasher or the food delivery person for Uber Eats, on DoorDash, they call us dashers. On Uber Eats, it's just a food delivery driver. It's just an Uber Eats driver, right? But let's just say dasher, right? If we're done wrong by the company or by a customer, we need to be taken care of as well. Okay? And this is the thing that I have a problem with when it comes to most companies. Most companies have the theory of the customer is always right. And for the most part, I'll agree with that, right? Because the customer is paying for the service. Without the customer paying for the service, there's no money to be made by anyone, right? But there are times where the customer is wrong, and the driver should not be held accountable for that. But when the driver does something wrong, it shouldn't be difficult for the customer to be taken care of, right? Let me share my experience of what happened to me last night, okay? So my lady and I, we took the day off yesterday, okay? We took the day off yesterday. The day I'm recording this is, come on, what is the day? Thursday, February 2nd, right? We took Wednesday, February 1st, 2023 off, right? And we had ordered some things, to be delivered over the previous few days. We had a bunch of orders coming from Amazon and Target and some other places that we needed to unpack. And my lady just moved into my place a few months back, and we've still been unpacking things and putting things away. And I've been working my ass off like a slave, working 6 to 7 days a week, at least, 6 to 8 hours a day doing this, sometimes longer. So I needed a break, right? And I made my lady real happy, because right now my lady's not working because she has some medical issues she's trying to handle, and she's getting them handled. So, because of the fact that she's not working, I've been putting in some extra time. And trust me, she wants to work and she wants to do more. But I love her so much, all I want her to do is get healthy. But, when I'm out working and, she's at home and, can't really do anything and is stuck at home, it gets lonely, and I feel for her. So I wanted to take the day off, not only, to just rest for myself, but to be there for my lady. And in the evening, we decided that, hey, you know what? She wanted to cook, and I said, you know what? Fuck it, baby. Let me just order some DoorDash. Look at what you want. She goes, well, I'll try to find a place, that, we both like. I said, no, baby, you know what? If we have to order from two different places, you find what you like, I'll get you whatever you want. I'll get you whatever you want. I love you. You deserve this. I appreciate you. I want to do it for you, okay? So she, told me where she wanted to order food. We got her food ordered. I got her food ordered, right? And then I ordered my food from a different restaurant, right? Now, I'm not going to mention the restaurant's names because, look, I don't want to cause any issues here. It's not a big deal. And these are not national chains. These are local restaurants that are only here in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live, specifically in my area, the Peninsula area, which is also known as the West Bay, but we call it the Peninsula, San Mateo County. And so she got some seafood from a seafood place. I placed the order, and then I ordered food from a hamburger place, a local mom and pop hamburger place that has a couple of locations, here in my area. Okay. Now, the orders were both orders were accepted by the restaurant, and then there were, two different DoorDash drivers or dashers that were going to deliver the orders, right? Well, the restaurant that I purchased from is a little bit out of the normal delivery area. It's about 4 miles away from where I live. Not too terribly far, right? So I figured it was going to take a little bit longer. And I'd ordered from this place before, and it wasn't a problem in the past. So yeah, my lady's order was basically, in the same city, Redwood City, where we live. And her order was picked up, and it was delivered, and her food was delivered warm. It looks like the DoorDash delivery driver, even though it was a short distance delivery, they used a hot bag, kept the food warm, and she got her delivery. And then I went to look to see what was happening with my delivery. Okay, now my delivery was coming from the Menlo Park area, which is one city away from Redwood City where I live. About 4.4 miles or so from where my lady and I live, right? And so the order was confirmed by the restaurant, and 15 minutes after the order was confirmed by the restaurant, the DoorDash delivery driver picked up the order. So what is that telling me? The order was picked up probably within 5 minutes of it being completed. I'd say if it took about 10 minutes to make the order, I had a big $25 burger, double burger, and some garlic fries. And the total on my bill was gosh, I think it was like 30. It was like $35 for everything, and then I gave like a $9 tip, so it was like $44 or something like that, or a little bit less than that. I can't remember exactly. It was around $40 with tip, right? And I gave a $9 tip, right? Now, when the DoorDash delivery driver, aka Dasher, picked up my order, it said that in the app, your Dasher is on another order and will complete your order soon. And I'm like, shit, my food's going to arrive cold, and it's going to be later now. Now remember, I tipped $9, and I'm assuming this order, because I'm a Dasher too, I know how the system works. I'm assuming based on, I think my total before taxes and everything was $30. So that was a 30% tip I gave, right? And I'm sure because of the slight distance, the DoorDash pay on that order was at least $6, right? Let's say at the very least $6. So this dude is getting $15 to go, let's say even 4.5 miles, okay? That's more than $3 a mile. Great order, right? But what happens? DoorDash sends him to another delivery before mine, right? That takes him further away from where I'm at, right? And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, my food's going to be cold, but even colder if he doesn't use if the DoorDash driver doesn't use a hot bag. And it was a guy because I saw his name in there. I'm not going to mention what his name was, right? So he goes and completes the other order. You can see this on the app, right? And then after that, he starts heading my way, right? And from the time that the order was picked up, it took 28 minutes for him to get my order to me. Okay. Oh, hang on a second. I got a message here. Okay, no, I'm good. Just a spam text. 28 minutes, right? So now this is about 33 minutes after the food. 33 minutes after the food was completed, right? After the food was made, right? Because remember, the driver picked up the food 15 minutes after the restaurant confirmed my order. And figuring that the restaurant took 10 minutes to make the order, like the food was probably sitting for 5 minutes, which is not bad. And then another 28 minutes that it took the Dasher to get there because he was on another order, right? So that's 33 minutes, right? So I see on the app that the Dasher is getting nearby, is nearby. So I start to look at my security camera. And I see this guy deliver the order. No disrespect, I have a shaved head. He had a shaved head, but he didn't look, well dressed, and he didn't look. Just to be honest, I'm not trying to be rude. He looked kind of scruffy, right? And I had a feeling my food was going to be cold. I went and grabbed my food, and I felt that bag. It was ice cold. Even before I even opened it, it was ice cold, right? And I went inside and sat down with my lady, and I said, look at these fries. These are ice cold. She goes, I can see they look like crap. And then my burger, a big double burger, ice cold, right? I can tell you 100% that driver did not use a hot bag. If they used a hot bag, my food would still have been a little bit cold, but it would have still been probably tolerable, acceptable, right? So this guy did not use a hot bag, right? Okay. Now, so this is the fault of the Dasher, right? This is the fault of the Dasher, right? Not understanding that, hey, if you're going to take multiple orders, if DoorDash is going to send you on multiple orders, you got to keep the other customers' food warm, right? But I also had a problem with the restaurant because my double burger, it's 2 half-pound patties, so 1 pound burger, and I get all the fixings on it. I get a ton of extras on it, so it's a big burger, right? That's usually packaged in a full-size, big square takeout box. Well, what this restaurant did is they used half the size of the normal box they would use for this order, for this burger, right? And it smushed my burger. And my burger was just messed up, right? So I've just spent close to $40+ for a burger and some fries. I pay a luxury fee because I'm taking the day off to spend with my lady, and I get shit service from the restaurant, and I get a crappy Dasher, right? That doesn't know how to use a hot bag or doesn't understand that if you're gonna take a long time to deliver your food because you're another order, you got to use a hot bag. You should use a hot bag regardless. I use a hot bag for orders that go down the street. Use a damn hot bag. Honestly, it'll make the difference, right? Now, here's what happened afterwards. I called Dasher support. Not Dasher support, sorry. I called DoorDash support for customers, right? And, I got one customer service rep that basically was willing to give me a $21 DoorDash credit to be used in the future. And then he also said, would you like to remove the $9 customer tip? I said, absolutely. That dude does not deserve a tip for not knowing how to use a hot bag, right? He doesn't know how to use a hot bag, so he doesn't deserve a tip, right? So the first time I called customer support on DoorDash, they gave me a $21 credit and removed the $9 tip. But I was still paying money for an order that I took a few bites and couldn't eat it. I threw it out. I threw out the burger and I threw out the fries. It was an inedible order of food. Excuse me. So I called back. My lady was unhappy because she wanted me to be happy. I said, baby, it's not your fault. I'll handle this. I'm going to call DoorDash back and get my entire refund. I called back, and I believe I got a DoorDash supervisor that helped me this time. Remember, I mentioned some other videos. If the regular customer service reps don't help you on DoorDash support, okay, ask for a supervisor. They have more access. I've been in management before, in retail management. We have more access. Managers can override anything. We can give you anything for free if we wanted to, right? Okay? Managers have the access. If they say they don't, then ask for a higher manager, right? So when I called the second time for support, basically I told them what's going on. They said they were going to take care of me. They said, I can give you an additional $21 refunded back to your credit card within 5 to 7 days, or another $21 in DoorDash credits. At this point, I was like, thank you for taking care of me. I'll make it simple on you and me. Give me the $21 in credits, and that means I'll have a total of $42 in credits and the $9 tip refunded, and I'm all good. They took care of me, okay? Initially, this is what these companies do, folks. Initially, they tried to minimize the loss as much as possible, but if you push it enough, and this is what I've learned in life, this is the lesson of today's video before I wrap it up. If you know you're right, and, other people are trying to prevent from accepting responsibility or liability for the mistake and not paying you, you got to keep fighting it, because eventually you will get exactly what you're entitled to and you deserve. And that's when to wrap up this video here today. I haven't even gotten the rating section for this driver, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give this driver a 1 star, because honestly, if I didn't use a hot bag and delivered crap food like that, ice cold, even if the restaurant didn't do the best job preparing it, and by the way, my bag was not sealed. And right now, bags are supposed to be sealed. Since COVID, it is a requirement from the FDA, I believe, that bags are supposed to be sealed and tamper-proof. This bag was not sealed. That's another thing, right? So, yeah, I'm going to give this Dasher, when it shows up in my app, a 1-star rating. Because, honestly, I try to tip this guy $9, which is 30%. And you show up with frozen ice cold, garlic fries. Honestly, it almost felt like I was eating icicles, right? And an ice cold burger that I spent $25 for, 1-star rating, And it makes me feel bad, because I'm a Dasher too. The last thing I want to do is get a 1-star rating. But honestly, I would never. This is the thing. You got to treat this like a business, like I've been saying. You got to treat this like a business. Dashing and delivering food for any food delivery service is a business. Okay, you're an independent contractor, but it's a business, and the customers are your business. Take care of the customers, you're all good, right? That's when to wrap up this video here today. Another videos coming to this channel soon. Please like, share, subscribe. Also, make sure you subscribe to my live streaming channel, Coach Eli 2, Authentic Live Streams. I do live streams every now and then over there regarding business and personal topics. It could be DoorDash, could be Uber Eats, could be other businesses. I also talk about, relationship dynamics between men and women. I'm about, the best of both worlds, okay? Having a good partner in your life to live life with, okay, also motivates you to work harder and smarter to provide. And I combine both here through both of my channels and my coaching services. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now.